So I made a game demo over the last few weeks, and I'm going to put the link on my Facebook later on. I'll just show you here. And it's a board game, basically. This square tile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 8 at the minute. Later on, it's going to be a lot bigger because I'm hoping to get this to be multiplayer at some point. I did make a multiplayer version of this last year, I think. I do have a video somewhere of that, which will be within the same account that this will be loaded to. Anyway, board game, and the premise is you are in a universe which is collapsing, hence the name. It's Big Bang. It comes from, well, it's inspired by The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because in that series, the Gnab Gib is an event where the universe ends. It just completely collapses back to a single point again. Right, so you're playing a board game. The borders are going to collapse over time, sort of disappear in future, not right now. It's pretty basic art style. I've just drawn all this out in paint for now, just because it's basically a demo at the minute. Some ideas of functionality, that kind of thing. I just wanted to get some feedback, like see what people think of the mechanisms, how things are laid out, how things interact with each other, and if there's anything you think could be improved in some ways. So I suppose we'll just get straight into it. So it's your turn, as it was, and you can move your. Well, you can lay down moves for the future like this, and then each turn. Okay, that shouldn't have happened there. I suppose I'll fix that at some point. Every turn that goes by, you move along the route that you've set out for yourself. So you click on a ship, and then this pathing sort of tool, maybe, I don't know, will become active. And in order to set down a path to a location that you want, you click in that location, and then that route is now set, and you can either extend the route and carry on doing exactly the same method, clicking to where you want to go, you know. And when you've decided this is going to be the final position, you're happy with everything, then click anywhere on the path you've drawn out. Okay, maybe not. Fuck. Right, so I fixed the spawning bug, but not the pathing bug at the minute. It's going to take me a while to sort that out, so I'm just going to leave that as for now. But as I said before, if you draw out the path you want, and if you click on the end of the last place that you selected, so here, so we're not drawing out to anywhere anymore. If you click there, it'll save that position. If you want to get rid of everything, you click on again to draw out a replacement path like this. And if you want to get rid of everything, you start a new path, and then just nope. Okay, never mind. That doesn't get rid of everything. Right, I quickly fixed that. So once again, draw a path. We're happy with it. Click on the end. That path is now saved. We move along. we can change our path to something new and head back, or we can start a new path, click on our ship again, and then it'll completely clear everything so it doesn't move. Game mechanics so far. One of the rules is that each tile has a resource value. All these are blank. There are no resources in any of these tiles, but there is resources here, which is why it looks. Well, I've drawn it to be rubble, basically just bits of debris. And if we spend a turn next to a resource source, if you like, then we can create a simple ship. And the resource value of this tile will go down to match how many ships you've created. So the value of this tile is 3, I believe, and every time you create a ship, you remove 1 value from this to create the ship. So this resource value is now 2, and if we spend another turn here, we can create another ship. The value for this resource should now be 1. Then we advance a turn, make another ship. The resource value is 0, so that bit of rubble has now gone, and we are now free to move our ships around as we like. So we can advance turn like this, which is all good. But in order to win one of these games in future, you need to be the last sort of mothership in the universe. So you are the only player left alive, as it were. And in order to kill another player or remove them from the game, you can sort of destroy their ships by crashing yours into them, basically. Both the ships, when 2 ships, no matter who they belong to, reside on the same tile for 1 turn, they will all die. They'll all be destroyed. They'll fight each other all and be destroyed. So this ship's moving along this way. This one's parked. It's not moving. So on the next turn, these 2 are going to occupy the same tile, and they'll both be destroyed. The resource value for that tile will be increased by the amount of destroyed ships. So the value for this tile will be 2 now. 2 ships went into it and killed each other, created the resources, like that. So that's how you sort of attack each other, kind of thing. So strategies will probably revolve around that mainly, as this tile is also considered like an obstruction. There's no warning on this one. I'll come on to warnings in a second. So we spent a turn next to the resource tile. We got a ship. That resource tile went down by 1. This one's going to carry on coming into the resources, apart from I've used them all up. Right, hang on, let's do this. Whenever any of your ships are going to exist on the same tile, you get a warning made inbuilt into the game, which is just this little picture of an exclamation mark. So we advance a turn, and they crashed into each other. The resources made. We're going to redirect this one. Oh, I'll show you as well first. Only the mothership can create ships from resource tiles. The little battleships, if you like, they don't make anything at all. You'll notice I'm not creating any ships either, even though I am diagonally next to a resource tile. But that's because I'm not allowing diagonal movement at the minute. And one bit of feedback I got from the last demo that I made was it seems unfair that and not obvious. Oh, it doesn't seem right that you'd be able to spawn ships from a diagonal position. You should be either a vertical or horizontal position from that resource tile. So that's been changed for this version. So nothing's being made. If I moved this guy here, I get another battleship in return. And resource tiles, as I mentioned briefly earlier, are considered an obstruction as well. So any ship that enters the same space as a tile with resources on it gets destroyed. It just crashes into the field and becomes a part of it. So the ship here moved into here. It took the same space as some resources. It's sort of not allowed to be there. Slash crashes into it and becomes part of it. And then on that same turn, the mothership created a new ship here. So if I move this out of the way and I move that through there isn't, for some reason, I thought I added this, but apparently not. There's no warning for moving through a resource tile. You just, the ship just disappears, and that is basically it. I believe that's the normal, and you can the game's already set up so you can create ships, move them around, see how they interact with each other, that kind of thing. And that's it for now. I'm going to go into some slightly more in-depth stuff next, which you don't really have to listen to for demo. Just follow the link that I put in my Facebook post and just let me know what you think, really. So the more complicated stuff, let's see if I can get rid of live update in 1 second. Just around here somewhere. Live updater. Oh, there it is. Right, and bonk. Yeah, that doesn't work properly. So I just get rid of it. Right. Older web browsers / phone browsers might not support this. Normal Internet Explorer definitely doesn't. Wait, how do I? 1 second. Normal Internet Explorer just doesn't support some of the new features that I'm using. I think it's something to do with like classes. I don't think older browsers support JavaScript classes. And if you want to play around with whatever. If you want to play around with some of the values within here, there's some pre-built functions that you can use. One of them is create ship, and then we're going to open brackets, and it takes parameters of the X and Y position on the screen where you want it to appear. So if we wanted it to appear here, we'd be right, let's mark it out with one of these. So I want it to appear in this position. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the left, which gives it the X position of 6. Hello? 6? There we go. And it is 0, 1, 2, 3 from the top, so its Y position is 3. And the last parameter is the type of ship that you want to create in there. 0 is a mothership, 1 is a battleship, so we can, in this case, we'll create a mothership by putting in a 0. Hey presto, we've got a mothership in the position that we wanted. So you can create ships within the world in that way. The resource values for these tiles, the world is created 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, etc. So to change those values, we just head into console.log. So tiles, basically console.log tiles, and that will give you the array for all of this. So it's an 8x8 grid, so 64. And we want to change the resource value for this tile here. So we just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We enter tile 7. And then dot resource, like that, and then you can set it to whatever you want. So 15, there you go. Now you've got 15 resources here, so you can sort of play around with all the mechanics sort of a bit more in depth if you wanted to. And that is everything. Please just let me know what you think, and thank you very much for trying out my little game demo. Thank you.